If you listening right now, you are now tuned in to Piff Radio. Lost in the sauce with
DJ Bobby Rob. You know the vibes. We definitely live on Piff Radio. We got DJ Robbie Rob on the ones and twos. We got Jay Tito up in the building. And of course, we got me hot. Welcome. It's Lost Sauce.
Well, we always stay lost in the sauce, man. The latest conversation, man, news, hip hop, and everything that's going on up to date. Like I said, we will be talking Monroe today. You know, R&B, hip hop, you know what I'm saying, rapper, songwriter, native of Ohio. Man, we're going to be getting it in today, man. Just really see what it's like, man.
I'm in your ear, so listen. Nowadays I'm different. I can show you what I was missing. Late night reminiscing.
Said Wayne said what's going happy anniversary, man.
I just had this vision of us together forever. Yes, I'll put in that effort. I ain't too proud for backing. I ain't afraid to check in and stop them when they step in. Late night texting, telling you I'm missing you and I should be there kissing you. Oh, the things that we can do. Anything is up to you. I made you, boy, I structured you, and after that, it's what you do. Oh.
You know the vibes,
Sitting here thinking like, why am I even wrecking my brain? It was silly, so silly for me to think that you would change. I've waited years and months, but now you've only got some days. And pretty soon you know that I will be on my way. Bounce quick and out quick, jump ship and out that quick. Bounce quick and out that quick. And I hope you can relax, cause I've had enough of this. You've dug your house down, why don't you let me live? Fuck it, you hypocrite, you stubborn. You ain't loving us, I ain't the only one you loving. You ain't the one to put the trust in, I ain't the only one you loving. And you ain't the one to put the trust in. Fuck it, you hypocrite, you stubborn. You ain't loving us, I ain't the only one you loving. You ain't the one to put the trust in. Turn me like the only one you loving. And you ain't the one to put the trust in. To keep it real, I would've never thought we'd come this far. Was trying to turn up for you, wanted to push the bar. I was nagging at you, baby, I just missed you. Need you to act right, I need you to just listen. You got me going, take me to a new dimension. See, that there, that be an invention of some old toxic shit, but
we live full effect.
was trying with you, now I'm quitting. Listen, man, I'm dipping. If you think any different, I swear that you tripping. I'll get missing like good riddance. Yeah, you sweet like fruit, but forbidden. And you might be forgiven, but I'll never forget it. But I'll make you regret it. And in play, you don't sweat it. Baby, don't sweat it. Fuck it. Hypocrite, you stubborn. You ain't nothing. I ain't the only one you loving. You ain't the one to put the trust in. I ain't the only one you loving. And you ain't the one to put the trust in. Fuck it. You hypocrite, you stubborn. You ain't Then please tell me your purpose. Now I gotta get you like a surgeon. Cut you like a surgeon.
Shot-town Couturiers, man. What's good, y'all? Man, appreciate y'all pulling up, coming through, man. We got a special guest coming through here in a second, man. Monroe, man. R&B, hip-hop artist, man. Native Dayton, Ohio, man. She's gonna be coming through. Having to sit down with us here on Lost in the Sauce, man. We're gonna just get in, some industry talk, some past collaborations and songs and EPs she just dropped. Like such in 2017, she dropped Corporate Relationships, Love Chronicles. So we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm waiting on her to hold on when get back from her team now.
Kiss me slowly for tonight, boy. Can you just hold me? I tried to hold and I'm folded. Look what we put together, we molded. Such a strong foundation, baby, let's keep it going. You precious to me, baby, you golden. The mother chicks you had, they were known it. They was phony, were hella motives. You know I noticed that you ain't the type of guy I play. For you, boy, I changed my ways. I deserve you deserve me. Now tell me what you wanna be, let's keep it going. I said, let's keep it going. You know, if it's love that you want, I'ma give it to you. The best way that I know, I wanna keep it going. Yeah. I wanna keep it going. Yeah. I wanna keep it going. I wanna keep it going. You know.
There you have it, man. We listen to Monroe, man. Definitely got the interview, man. She come pulling up, man. Hopefully, man, her schedule ain't got too crazy, but she says she's pulling up.
You made all of these promises. You never ever kept them. You lied and you cheated and you creep with women on weekends, crying and weeping. I couldn't see this, couldn't believe this. You were supposed to be my better half. Expect me to overact. Ball bag hit the car glass. Whole red nigga made me mad. On top of that, put me on blast. Fucked up, man, the shit is sad. Whole world full of scumbags like you. You were selfish. And you was wrong. You know you strung me along. Then left me alone. I was too down for you. I was trying to stay true to myself and be a trophy woman. Just know you got the karma coming, so watch out. Boy, I was too down for you. I was just trying to stay true to myself.
Bring shot.
Trying to be a trophy woman.
All right, Shot time, bring you up.
Yo, gang. Shot time, what up? Welcome. We live on Piff Radio. King Dre, what up? Seb, what up? Seb, why are you here?
I've been thinking about you lately. I've been thinking about you, baby. But I gotta keep you on my mind. Cause boy, you know you hurt me. I know I wasn't perfect, but I know I was worth it. The communication is key. You were supposed to tell me that you was feeling some way, baby. I could have fixed that all. I promise to you that's law. We close friends, that's my dog. But now we just crashing and burning. Now we just falling. Boy, ain't no calling, and boy, ain't no making up for what you did. topic. I guess I gotta stop it. But it's heavy on my mind, like damn near all the time. And I thought I'd let you know I've been thinking about you. Oh boy, I've been thinking about you. And you on my mind, like all the time. Yeah, I've been thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you. Oh, I'm in your ear, so listen. Nowadays I'm different. I can show you one late night reminiscing. I hope you got time on betting. To get you back is the mission. And I just had this vision of us together forever. Yes, I'll put in that effort. I ain't too proud for begging. I ain't afraid to check in and stop them when they step in. Late night texting, telling you I'm missing you and I should be there kissing you. Oh, the things that we can do. Anything is up to you. I made you, boy, I structured you, and after that, it's what you do. Oh, let me stop. Get concentrated, and I'm just frustrated, and I've been thinking lately. How don't you want this? And how don't you need this? Cause no one in their right mind can resist this. Ay, don't be distant. You can kiss on my lips or kiss my lips. I just wanna feel it. Oh boy, I've been thinking about you, and you been on my mind, like all the time. Yeah, I've been thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you.
Oh yeah, and another thing, she also dropped Best Friend back into like 2017, which gets over 5 million views on YouTube right now.
Got how many? How many, DJ Rob? You said 5 million?
Yeah, 5 million, over 5 million.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's dope. Markia, what's up, Markia? Oh, look, there she go.
Okay,
Hey,
Monroe in the building. She did pull up, man.
Monroe in the building. Let's go. We
That's
lost
what
the
I'm talking
song.
about. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. What an entrance. Definitely want to welcome you to the show, man. Definitely.
What's
Thank you
up,
for taking
everybody?
the invite.
Of course. Can
Yes,
y'all can y'all hear me?
It was crazy. I didn't think you was gonna respond.
Yeah, I'm definitely pulling up.
Yes, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I just figured with your life and everything, just being, man, on the road and just working and everything else going on, just, for real.
Well, right now is like a great time to catch me because I'm actually recovering from surgery. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually chilling right now. So it's a great time to catch me.
Man, that's what's up. It's so dope. It's so dope. Just getting a little bit background about yourself, or whatnot. I came up and seen that you was doing cover art from YouTube or whatever. Is that where you kind of got your start or whatever? Just to kind of get into it a little bit.
Yeah, that's where I pretty much got my start. Well, actually, I will say this. I started off just making videos in the living room, but then when I started doing covers, it started to take off. And then I went ahead and merged over to doing my own music.
Okay, and how long did that kind of take? I seen that in some interviews you say like 2016.
Yeah, now that no, let me tell you this. I started off singing in the living room or in my mom's bathroom in 2009. So that's when I posted my first YouTube video. Okay, that was the first, that was that. And then Facebook started to pop off about what, like 2011, 2012, something like that. In the midst of that, I'm sitting there just posting, covers, and all the way from 29 all the way not till 2015 people really just started gravitating to it, and it just started going crazy and going real viral.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So even going from the viral part, that what was the outlook look for as labels and different people trying to get you on the team?
Yeah, I had about 3 to 4 situations that reached out to me, but it just didn't make sense for me.
Right.
It just didn't make sense for me. You know, I got an offer to be on Love and Hip Hop before back in the day, but the storyline didn't make sense for me. I didn't want to go out like a goofy, you know what I mean, from with my brand or nothing like that. So I'm still looking for those type of opportunities. I just wanted to make sense and actually match my brand.
So when you say match your brand, that's another question I want to ask you. How do you define your brand? Because like I said, I'm curious to know, and then I'm pretty sure a lot of the fans and listeners on Piff Radio would like to know as well.
Okay, so when I say that, I mean like a lot of my music is inspirational. You know, my most popular song is Best Friend. You know, I'm giving people motivation from situations and not looking silly and not being silly, because I already did that back in my early 20s and everything like that. I already did all that. So it would be backwards for me to be making songs like Best Friend and Betrayal and, you know, all the songs that I'm making about, you know, women uplifting themselves, to go on there and do something that's not uplifting, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense. Even looking back at your background, looked at just your catalog, from your experiences, it just seemed like those. I guess there wasn't good relationships, I would say.
Yeah, relationships, friendships, situationships.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then I actually found out and seen that you're a Libra.
Yep, I'm a lucky Libra.
Lucky.
Hey,
Okay.
Libra gang.
Libra
Hey,
gang
that's
in the
crazy.
building.
Say that.
Okay.
Eh,
So
Oh, not you, Rob. You let both the lovebirds up. Excuse me. Just
we
1 second. It's
got
actually
a,
She
we got an
Speaks.
anniversary couple, on
Yeah.
stage. We got Shay Speaks and Said Wine. Shay's our marketing director over here at Piff Radio.
What's
And
up, Pat?
said,
You didn't chop me all up. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Piff Radio. I am Shay Speaks Life. I am one of the producers and co-hosts here as well. Definitely wanted to welcome you, Queen, to the show.
Thank you.
For sure.
All right. Goodbye. Y'all have a
Don't
wonderful
be
night
trying
now.
to boot me. Don't be.
Rob, pass me the bean. Pass me the rock.
Can I can I
okay,
ask my question though real quick, Javi? What we doing?
go ask the question.
Okay, so this is at Marquis. I'm just coming in. I definitely have been listening to a good bit of your music. Definitely love it. I wanted to know, for one, what is your zodiac sign?
A Libra.
Hey, okay.
Libra gang.
Okay, are you an October or a September Libra?
October, early October.
You want me like October 5th or nothing, right?
Like the second.
Okay.
I would say October 2nd.
I really like the song that you went through the relationships of the zodiac signs, how they are. That was really dope. That definitely caught my attention. Like, who the fuck is this?
Thank
I
you.
love it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm big on like horoscopes, zodiacs, all that. Like I be already knowing. Like soon as I meet somebody, I be like, you a Taurus or a Gemini, ain't you? Get out of here.
Damn.
So how you get along with Leo's pretty good, because I'm a Leo.
Wait, hold up.
I actually don't get along with Leos.
That is Cordaria's
Oh.
birthday. Okay, well, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. How about Sagittarius though? How about?
Okay, so let me say this. It's a difference between males and females. Now, if we talk in relationships, like Leos are like male, even being friends, they're liars. Okay? Male Leos are liars. It don't even it'll be about dumb stuff like in
Wait,
relationships.
did you say Leos was liars?
Yes, they're liars. They are. Sagittarius they're just sneaky. I don't like, they're too sneaky for me.
Oh, what you nuts for this?
Yes, y'all sneaky. The males.
Okay, Sag is sneaky. Leos be lying.
Mm-hmm.
What about Libras?
Okay, I can admit, I don't fuck with Libras neither. I don't like female Libras.
Yo, what
I
the?
love
Damn.
male Libras, but I don't fuck with the girls.
Okay.
She probably like Virgo, Shay. Guaranteed.
I
She
love
like
Virgos.
Oh,
I
hell
told
no.
you. I
Not
told
no
you.
damn Virgo.
Every Virgo I've ever dealt with, I love them. They're still my friend to this day. I don't have nothing I fucks with.
Nah, no
No.
damn. Something wrong with them damn Virgos. What about the Capricorn? What about
Yeah,
them
so
goats?
what the
About
Virgo?
them-
Okay, so I've dated a couple Capricorns. It's just the personality for me. I just don't think that they vibe well with Libras for me. Like,
Mm.
I don't know. The last Capricorn that I dated, he was just a little off mentally. Maybe that was just him. Maybe he was just slow.
Yeah, it probably was him. Probably somebody.
He
We
probably
Oh,
threw
was
it
you
back.
slow.
gon'
We left in the barn.
you gonna put it back on?
Yeah, we should have left him in the barn. You know.
He like,
Yeah, it's his fault. Okay, what about a Scorpio?
Listen. I love a Scorpio, but I don't want to be in a committed relationship with one.
Right.
They're whores. We know.
Oh my
We
gosh.
know
That
they're
is
nasty.
good.
We every even males and female, we all know if you got a Scorpio, you gonna love them. That's your sneaky link. That's who you call after the club. You just have a good time and conversation. Other than that, you can't have no relationship with them.
Oh, that's messed up.
You must be one.
Damn. That's
I am a Scorpio. I am a
You know y'all
Scorpio.
friends.
You speaking for
You said speaking facts though,
She's
Corey.
speaking
Oh,
facts.
okay. Where are you from, Mikey? Where are you from?
From what country?
Ohio. Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, okay, Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, that's what's up. My son go to Central State up there.
Okay.
Yeah. I did Wilburn Heights. Something like it's like 30 minutes from Dayton.
Yep, I know exactly where that's at. Back in the college days, that's where everybody used to party at.
That's where he go at. He go to Central
Oh,
State.
so he
That's where he go.
partying then, huh?
I was
There you
definitely he having a good time.
So did you end up going to Atlanta when you kind of got cemented, as far as being in the industry?
Yeah, so I went ahead and I lived in Atlanta a couple times. I stayed in Atlanta when I was like a teenager with my mom back in the day, and then I ended up going out there a couple times on my own. But I mainly just go out there to work. Like I don't really like getting caught up in the lifestyle of Atlanta and being around it, like laying my head there. I would rather just be there when I need to do my business.
Okay, so it's just like you pretty much get in, get out. Is it for us like you ain't really trying to just be on the scene, just at this, at the certain spots in Atlanta, or is it just
Not necessarily that, like, cause I can still do that. But I'm usually there like all the time, like 2-3 times out of the month. Like I just had a booking there, even though I'm healing. I just had a booking there probably about a week and a half ago. Still, and I go pop out. I go be where I need to be. I go network with all my peoples. The thing is, people think that you have to like live in Atlanta to be successful. You really have to figure out how to make money to be successful, and you have to network and have good connections and friends. So when it comes to Atlanta, I just don't like living there. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I want to go to LA, honestly.
Seem like everybody's trying to leave LA though.
Really, I wonder why. Because that's where the real big bucks is. That's Hollywood.
I mean, do you feel like the tax rate is just astronomical? Just going to LA,
I'm not worried about it because I'm a hustler. So that's the thing. If you go to New York or you go to LA, anywhere you go, these big cities, you gotta put your hustler pants on. So I don't really be worried about the cost of nothing, honestly.
Facts. Reason I propose, ask that question because I see a lot of people, just to, as far as, you're moving to tax haven, states, compared to California, I guess as far as the tax laws and stuff like that, that's, the reason why I asked that question.
She don't like my city. That's all. She don't like it.
I do like Atlanta. I like Atlanta. It's just over the top. I'm from Ohio, so like when you go to Atlanta, it'd be like, who the fuck you talking to? Like, and that's just normally how people in Atlanta talk.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like living there. I just like getting in, doing what I need to do, handling my business, and leaving.
Okay. That's fair enough. How long have you been doing music?
I say I've been singing since I was 7. I've been writing since I was 11. I've been
Oh,
writing rapping since I was 14. I always did like music competitions, always won stuff over since I've been a young and like just singing. But then I start taking music serious when I was about 23, 24 years old. I just really like locked in and got in the studio and got serious about it. So it's probably been like 4 or 5 years now.
okay. 4 or 5 years. So okay, dope, dope. Are
4 or 5
you
years.
independent?
You seasoned, like you seasoned veteran, like for real.
Yeah. I'm seasoned. I'm just now starting to feel like I'm seasoned because I came in like a baby. Shit, had to go through so much. So now I'm realizing, like, damn, girl, I think you an OG now. Like, I think you good. But I'm still working. I still got a lot of stuff that I need to do.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Like, are you far as like you still gonna? I guess I'm assuming you gonna remain independent, like just going forward. Far as just staying in the game in the industry.
You know what? Honestly, right now I'm trying to shop a distribution deal right now. But to be honest, the plans for myself is I got so many people that I know in the industry, connections that I have. I'm really thinking about getting into TV, using the television to turn up my platform and really just stay independent. I really don't want anything more than distribution, honestly. Only if Atlantic Records, RCA, Sony, or somebody come to me and say they giving me like a Cardi B deal or the Baby deal, something that really makes sense. I really don't want it because once you're a real artist and you start realizing if you can even make $5,000 to $10,000 on your own a month, you don't need a label. Because when you starting off and you trying to get where you need to be and you ain't hit your pinnacle yet, they gonna be like, all right, we just gonna give you 60, 70,000 when you realistically you can make $10,000 a month and make over $100,000 or $100,000 a year off being an artist. And in the 5 years, you'd have made $500,000. Okay, so then you think about it like, why would I need to take this 60 to 80 or 100,000 from a label when I can make that money on my own? You get what I'm saying? So unless it makes sense, I'm not doing it because it's been working amazing for me. Like, only thing that I really want more from a deal is to be like on bigger platforms like Revo, big stages that I deserve. That's the only thing that I'm missing, I feel like, from my career.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, far as like, do you see it as it just hasn't been added yet? You just a portion of your plate that you just haven't got, to the buffet line. Like, hey, I'm okay. I'm gonna get this right here.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't got to that part yet where it's like, okay, you can get on Revo. I mean, I feel like I should be, but because of the content that I put out, people are not really like, I don't know, the industry don't really like pay attention to that, but that don't really matter for real because my fans be paying attention to it. As you can see, like my numbers and stuff like that are crazy. But it's for like
As
unless you
they
have like
should.
it should be, it really should be like my best friend record should have been on like Revolt and BET and all that type shit like that. But since it's not one of these type of records that's talk about sex and this and this and that, if y'all get where I'm going, I just had to
Right.
mess.
Right. I think I think the record can. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just all about just meeting. You gotta meet the right person. You know what I mean? Meet the right person that has that connect. But you already say you already know a lot of those people. So I would definitely see where a deal would make sense to get you on
Mm-hmm.
bigger platforms. You know what I'm saying? And everything like said, it just be a regular type of deal. They give you 60, oh shit, even 200 grand. You know, it might not make sense. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah, I definitely, that's, yeah, if I was in your shoes out, that's the only way I sign a deal to get me on, to get my single on bigger platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's why I look up to a lot of artists like Nipsey Hussle, like even like listening to Young Dolph's story and everything. Of course, he had distribution or whatever, in which I'm saying, which I'm going to add to my brand, which is distribution. People got Wiz Khalifa, Chance the Rapper, all type of people who really just started off independent and really just stayed down until they get that big moment. That's where how my brand is going.
Definitely. Oh, go ahead, bro.
So
Nah, go ahead, girl. You got it. You know, this is my anniversary, man. I ain't supposed to be on here. We ain't even supposed to be on here.
Don't even be going there. You see how he gonna try to throw
This is
that in,
legendary.
Monroe? Look, he went saying that, Buffo.
This is legendary. I mean, uh,
We
I,
definitely had to come in and definitely, speak with you as being one of the special guests here on Piff Radio, Lost in the Sauce with DJ Rob OG. So I definitely would love to have you come back on the show for a second interview, for that to be actually video so it can stream as well, to get out to a good bit of our listeners that way as well. So I definitely want to thank you so much personally for me before I kind of jump off here, Monroe.
Thank you.
Shay Speaks Life in this thing. And can you send us some music so we can definitely for Pip Radio?
Definitely. I'm getting ready to drop a new project.
Okay.
Everything is being mixed and mastered right now. So within the next few weeks, I'll be putting out my artwork and dropping a date. So everything brand new is coming.
Oh, damn. So I can't submit no damn beats. God,
Nope.
dog.
You
I mean, I always love fire beats. So I love hearing new beats.
I'm trying to get on that album now. I ain't trying to wait
now.
Yeah, this album is done and written and everything.
Gotcha. Well, I don't know. We could talk about doing an EP
The
together. You know what I'm
deluxe.
saying?
You gonna do a
I'm just saying.
deluxe?
Right? A deluxe. We could talk about that.
No doubt.
Oh man, that's weird. So even okay, like let me ask you this: the future of music. Now, are you gonna be in the NFT space as far as releasing music under any kind of NFT or going forward?
What you mean NFT?
The non-fundable tokens to basically your music is what I'm saying that each song can be just basically um
Like
say
donation?
yeah, it's like it's its own unique form of art that you can actually increase the value on it. It's something it's like 10 times more valuable than an actual record.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know what that is. So that's something I gotta
Well,
look into.
okay, so just like you're coming out with your like your new artwork and stuff like that. So once you're able to kind of get your artwork digitized and as a token on the NFT market, converted to that way, people that shop with you and like can even like stream on your platform, that way those tokens can be your specific tokens to you, where they increase and gain in value and gain with time, because it's basically it's built on the blockchain. It's built on the blockchain. And I didn't know if you knew, because like if there are artists out there that been going that route to maximize their profits and putting out records.
I'm definitely about to look that up because I'm always into maximizing. So as of right now, like everything is monetized. I own everything that you could think of, but I haven't heard of NFT yet. So thank you for letting me know that.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Look it up. Get up on game on that, and you see, you can just become better. You become better, because like I said, I'm actually a lady, Miss Merez, who was she managed the New Boys, whatever. She pretty I guess influential in Hollywood. But she actually, came into a space yesterday or the day before yesterday, and just, gave us the gems on that, as far as the creating the actual token part, and so on. Because like that was my whole thing with my DJ platform, is to go into spaces and interview artists, and not even interview artists, just even one part of my space. If booking, doing bookings, if I can organize, like, hey, you yourself, if you're able to come in town, such that you're available in the summer months of July. And, I got other artists, I can book within that time frame and kind of like put together my own festival. That's my vision of what I, step forward to. Just being in the same space,
Got you. That's what's up. I'm definitely gonna fuck with that.
Yes. And I do want to ask you this though. Your best friend songs, when you made that, to be, just to kind of get caught up to speed, that was a incident that happened with best friend of yours that there was a childhood friend that
Yeah,
hadn't
this was
happened
my
inspired you
homegirl
to do this
since
song?
I was 14. 14 all the way up until she passed away when she was about 20, 22, 23 years old. So yeah, that
Wow.
was my childhood friend. That was my road dog, my everything. So when I wrote that song, I took my time with it. I literally I didn't have any more tears. Like I didn't really have many people to talk to about it. Like that's really why I wrote a lot of music. Like just not talking to people and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna put it on wax, put it on paper, and I literally just dropped down and dropped my tears on that paper and put how I felt, and I just put it on Facebook, just a tribute. I wasn't worried about what I was gonna gain from it or none of that. I just put it out in the world, and literally within 2 weeks it had like 14 million views on it on this African website, and then from there it just went crazy.
Dang, like it's supposed to, because
Yeah,
like it seemed like from your story, it wasn't intentional, and it was just something you felt from your heart, and you poured it into a record, and the record took off. You know, I guess with little to much effort trying to even promote it, and it was just a naturally grown organic record.
absolutely. I've still to this day, I don't be ever trying to promote that record because this is my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I really never promoted that. I've never put any money, any budget, anything. I still to this day I don't even talk about that song much. I just know that it's gonna do what it do because the meaning that it has behind it, and that's my best friend, shining through that song. So I just let that song do what it's gonna do. But that song really did change my life, though. I will say that day and that song changed my life.
Wow, that's the inspiration. That's inspirational. So even to go back to another song that you actually put out, the one you had. You have a song on one of your albums, your EPs, is "Daddy Issues."
Yeah.
Did you grow up in a home with both your parents, or like just dysfunctional? If you're able to comment, just shed any kind of light on that.
I did not grow up with my dad. At all. I just grew up. My mom, she was a single mom and raised me. So yeah, my dad's side of the family was very dysfunctional, which I don't have a problem speaking on. I put it in my music. My life is an open book, but my dad's side of the family, I just, I had like a ongoing battle with them. I just had a lot of animosity with them. But you know, anyways, like just daddy issues. I wrote that because I really did grow up with daddy issues. I really suffered I lost a lot from not having my dad. And then because I never met him, I don't know who he is. I don't know nothing about him. He died when he was 19. He had me when he was like 17 or something like that. But I don't know who the man is. So pretty much whenever I would want to get to know him, nobody really knew who he was, and it kind of like made me angry at my family. My uncles, I felt like they were supposed to step up to the plate, and that kind of caused like more daddy issues because I just thought like, okay, then my dad's brothers, they brother's keeper, they gonna step up to the plate, what a lot of niggas, street niggas is supposed to do. That's what you supposed, but that never happened. So that's where all that inspiration came from. And yeah, it was a bit of dysfunction. It was. I was a troubled teenager.
So, and even at that time, I see that. I guess even from the age of 6 years old is actually when you actually kind of start to even to mess around with music, as in just vocalizing.
Yep. So I wasn't vocalizing it about my father yet because I didn't really understand what I had lost. But when I was a kid, it was mainly like I watched a lot of my favorite Disney movies, Pocahontas. That's how it really started off. Stuff like, look, the mermaid, little silly stuff when I was 6, 7 years old. And then I used to write down the lyrics. Like I used to get on the internet once the internet came out and desktops and all that came out. I used to look up the lyrics to stuff or listen to it and pause it, put down what they just said on a paper, and then I would read it like, oh, okay, this is how they wrote that. I'm very interested in how to write. And then by the time I was 11, I was writing. I always was very smart, real good at English and writing and all that. So writing was and nothing. It was nothing to me by the time I was 11.
Okay, yeah. So right just took off, or you just like it was just came naturally.
Yeah, I didn't really talk to people. Like I really had this thing like when I throughout my whole childhood. I know it's crazy, but I don't mind talking about it because I put it in my documentary and my interviews. I literally never talked to people when I was a kid. I like people would come up to me and be like, "Why you don't talk?" Like, bitch, because I don't know what to say to you. Like, I don't know how to communicate because I never spoke with people. I never was playing outside, and I was in the house writing on my piece of paper. So anytime that I had to communicate, I would put it on paper. So anything that I was feeling, it went on paper.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back to the old saying to say anything, any idea or thought you think about, write it.
Write it down. I put my pain on the paper. I put my emotions on the paper. Everything.
Man, that's really very, man, commendable. And just get ready to kind of wrap it up. I ain't gonna keep bombarding you, but even let me ask you this: by being in the industry and like I said, having even like you make songs like trust issues,
Hmm.
can you trust anybody in the same industry? Just keeping it keeping a spade a spade, just coming from that. Can you really find a solid relationship if you're not already in a solid relationship?
I
In
can't.
the industry.
I can't. It's too late. Because once, like, there's sometimes, like, I even, like, if I try to date, I can't, like, if somebody go and Google me, they're gonna figure out who I am and what I got, or, you know what I mean, or what I got going for myself, and things start to change. I've even tried to date people that's in the industry, like, okay, people that are high selling artists and everything. But those people, I can't really trust them because dating in the industry, they're athletes, everything. Like, these men get around a lot, so I don't trust them. And then as far as dating people on the outside world, these people are more so of fans. So it's kind of just hard, just like anybody that's famous, it's hard to find somebody that's genuine and actually care about you. Most men and women, they want to get to know you because they want to get you to promote something for them for free, or they want you to write something. They want you to teach them something that because they know that you got some jewels or some gems that they want. So I don't feel like I can really trust nobody, honestly.
I mean, the way you make it sound is it's almost as if like everything and everybody's tainted around you, but you searching for something genuine, but it's like it's there, but it's like you said, I guess it's I guess it's like almost like opening up the right door,
No,
hoping.
I got good people in my corner. You feel me? Like, I got, like, family to me are great people. Like, family are great people. I have a homegirl, best friend of mine. She started off as my makeup artist and we became super, super close. Like, don't get it wrong. I got a lot of great people in my life, and there is a handful of people that I can trust. But unfortunately, when you do music or you become a celebrity in any form, you get a high following. A lot of people come around you. They really don't have no intentions in wanting to be your friend. Honestly, they don't. They want to use you. That's just how it be. That's just like if you was to ask Nicki Minaj or Drake, they ain't gonna find. They gonna tell you I don't trust nobody neither, because everybody know that they got something. That they want.
Man, right. Even what I'm saying, like you even coming on the show, like how come? Oh, like it's like you didn't put forth like, man, you got to go through my publicist, none of that, buffer buffer stuff, and just kind of saying like, hey, you handle your own business yourself. You took it upon yourself to have your own discernment. Like, I'm gonna fuck with them. I'm gonna see what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I definitely have a booking manager. I have a PR agent as of right now. Like, I have those things, but it's just not necessarily like it's not necessary to make them, talk to me about doing an interview or something like that, unless like I'm doing like Jump Off the Porch or Vlad TV or, and something. I don't know. I fuck with everybody. I fuck with people who fuck with me, and I assess the situation. Like, okay, do I need to really tell my manager to go through all this? Like, you know.
Right, and that's why I say I even bring that up, because just knowing like, in different situations where it be all different type of legal terminologies and stuff you got jump through, so to get different stuff to happen.
Yep, I don't be caring. Like I'm just gonna let everybody that ever interviewed me know. Mar don't give a fuck. As long as don't nobody disrespect me, I'm cool. Like I don't really be having no problem with talking to no interviews, and I feel like that's how I got to where I get. Where I have got and where I am going from being humble. People gonna always remember that.
Right. See, it just what I'm saying, it said seem like you come off, you bout your business. What I'm saying? Just, don't get fooled by the pretty smile, and stuff like that. You stand on yours, at the end of the day, and then says a lot about your character.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely, man. I do want to send a round of applause. I appreciate you coming on to the show, and I
Thank
probably
you.
not asked long enough. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, everybody, for having me. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, like I said, do want to get with you and possibly get a video.
I can't hear you that good.
I said, hopefully, man, we definitely want to get back with you and get a on the screen video with you.
Yep. Just hit me up on the DMs and we'll go ahead and discuss that. Like I said, I got about 2 more weeks to heal, so I'm doing as many podcasts and everything as I can. I don't start back working, and it's gonna be hard to catch me like mid-December, early January. Then I'm
Yeah,
back to my bookings and everything.
yeah. You plan now? Do you plan to make any stops or anything like that? Along the South. Do you have a tour, even a tour set up? And can you please let the people know all your social media handles to go ahead and follow you and tap in with you?
Okay. So I don't necessarily have a tour coming up at the moment. Maybe like for spring, I will. I have a lot of work and promos, runs and things and stuff like that I'm getting ready to do. So once I get things after my opportunity that I got coming up, which I'll have a way bigger platform, then I'll start doing tours. But as far as my social media, at I'm Monroe, Instagram, I'm on Spotify, Monroe. I am on Apple Music, all platforms, Snapchat, Dreamgirl_Mar, no screenshots. That's pretty much it. If y'all want to find any of my handles, just Google Mar Monroe.
There you have it, man. Mama Rosa. I so appreciate you pulling up.
All right, bye y'all.